Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in on a 1-game winning streak. What do you say we keep that one positive? Because they haven't had much to be positive about lately.
Yeah, let's take it, maybe make it almost like the theater. You're only as good as your last performance. Hopefully they can continue to move forward.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 3 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to...
Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Zach Gentry, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Stay with your man.
On second down, it's Ingram. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. Now the starting lineup here defensively for Pittsburgh. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
On third down, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. He was no doubt a key piece to their puzzle in that victory.
And when this offense plays well, you just know he's going to be in the middle of everything, don't you? I mean, defense is going to say, we've got to take this guy away. He doesn't allow himself to be taken away, does he?
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And now out come the Steelers. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And we expected to have already talked about this unit. We didn't get a chance to hit on them on the opening drive because they scored so quickly. But that's the kind of unit this is. A quick strike offense. I expect to see them taking their shots all game long. And if that's the case, we'll find ways to talk about this group.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Ingram. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Now Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They run for the first time with Justice Hill, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've been off to the races already, a 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Connor on 1st down, going to be stopped up as he'll lose about 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, Goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
No gain on this defense. No.
Jackson on 3rd down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 17-0 our score after 1. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
What we got?
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Darnold now to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check. 59. Blue Dan.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Tavecchio to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
We play to win. Let's go.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of...
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Play action. It's Darnold. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Connor running right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Check, 59.
They'll run here with Connor, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That's on the former Army Ranger, Alejandro Villanueva. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Samuels. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Jackson now, and he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Roughing the passer defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That one caught out wide by Boykin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Jackson sliding out of the touchdown, Ravens. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
2 times, 2 times. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Darnold. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Connor. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Darnold on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check right. Safe.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That's on Marquise Pouncey, the former Florida Gator.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, and it's 3rd down.
It's just me and you.
3rd and long, it's Darnold, and that is incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that one will be accepted. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. On third down, Jackson.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. But now it's third down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he finds McDonald. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Connor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
On first down, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenny Young. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Faking the give, Darnold. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Connor on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Samuels. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 31. The Steelers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, he stays up. And Darnold, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jackson. And this will be caught by Brown.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now here's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. He may and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's out right at the 25. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And the Steelers on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Here's Samuels again. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Darnold on third down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jackson, a good pickup there at 22. Underneath here to Hill. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Pittsburgh, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.